Hey everyone, welcome back to One Australia, and today we're diving into one of the biggest questions every English test taker faces: PTE versus IELTS. Which one is right for you? Here at One Australia, we've trained thousands of students around the globe for both exams, from people aiming for permanent residency in Australia to those looking to study abroad. Over the years, we've seen the same confusion pop up. People aren't sure which test suits their strengths, learning style, or timeline. In this video, I'll break down the truth behind common myths, explain the latest PR related score updates, and share insights on which exam might give you the fastest path to your goals. By the end, you'll know exactly which test to focus on and how to plan your preparation effectively. So, if you're deciding between PTE and IELTS, make sure to save this video because it could save you time, money, and effort. If you're deciding between these two tests, make sure to save this video right now. For years I've heard the same line over and over again: PTE is easier than IELTS. But let me tell you the truth, that's not always the case. Here's what usually happens: students get stuck at band 6.5 in IELTS, get frustrated, and think switching to PTE will be a quick shortcut. But after 2 or 3 attempts, they realize it's not the magic solution they thought it would be. I've seen this happen countless times in our own classrooms. And the reality is, choosing the wrong exam doesn't just cost you time, it costs you money, energy, and a lot of motivation. Sure, some students do say, hey, I found PTE easier, and that's valid, but it's not about which exam is easier. It's about how well prepared you are and how consistently you practice. Because no matter which exam you take, success doesn't come from luck, it comes from strategy and discipline. The biggest difference between PTE and IELTS isn't just the format, it's the strategy. Let's start with PTE. In tasks like describe image and retell lecture, yes, templates can still help you. But here's the secret: they only work when you use them smartly. You need structure, not robotic memorization. Pearson's AI is smarter than ever. It can detect repetitive speech patterns, unnatural tone, or overly perfect pronunciation. If you sound like a robot, your score drops. So instead, keep your tone natural, stay fluent, and it's perfectly fine to use little fillers like or while thinking that actually makes you sound more human. Now, IELTS, that's a completely different story. It's scored by real examiners and they can spot memorized answers instantly. If you want that band 8 or above, you need to focus on topic, specific vocabulary, accurate grammar, and clear phrasing. Remember, IELTS isn't about showing off big words. It's about how well you can communicate real ideas clearly and naturally. One of the biggest factors to consider when choosing between PTE and IELTS is how each test impacts your Australian PR eligibility. Recently, the Department of Home Affairs updated the way PTE scores align with IELTS bands, and these new requirements officially came into effect on August 7, 2025. Here's what's changed. To qualify for Superior English, which is equivalent to an IELTS band 8 in each module, you'll now need 88 in speaking, 85 in writing, 69 in listening, and 70 in reading for Proficient English, which equals an IELTS band 7. The updated requirement is 76 in speaking, 69 in writing, 58 in listening, and 59 in reading. Now, what does this mean for you? While the listening and reading components have become slightly easier, writing and speaking are now more challenging than before. This shift puts a stronger emphasis on your ability to deliver structured, natural, and error-free responses. If you're targeting PR points, you'll need to focus particularly on tasks like write essay and describe image, where originality, coherence, and accurate grammar make all the difference. At One Australia, our trainers work closely with students to build advanced writing and speaking strategies, from mastering complex sentence structures to improving tone and fluency. These targeted improvements often make the difference between missing your score by a few points and achieving that golden PR qualifying result. Whether you choose PTE or IELTS, your success ultimately depends on one thing: discipline, consistent preparation. Now, if you're preparing for PTE, let's talk strategy. The highest scorers don't just practice randomly, they focus on high impact tasks that influence multiple sections of the exam. Then there's repeat sentence, which contributes almost 40 to 45 points combined to your listening score. Your goal here should be fluency and remembering the main words, not perfection in every single syllable. And don't overlook reading. Fill in the blanks, it tests your grammar and collocation strength, and mastering it will drastically improve your overall reading comprehension. For realistic practice, our official platform mockmaster.ai offers AI burst feedback, timed simulations, and real exam level difficulty, helping you spot weaknesses before test day. But if you prefer structured, guided preparation, our A1 Australia coaching programs are designed exactly for that, with live practice sessions, personalized trainer feedback, and even guaranteed score improvement programs for both PTE and IELTS. Because at the end of the day, the right strategy, not just effort, is what gets you your dream score. So, which test is better, PTE or IELTS? It really depends on your strengths. If you're confident with computer-based exams and structured templates, PTE could be your best choice. But if you communicate better face-to-face, IELTS might work better for you. Whichever you choose, structured preparation is the key. At A1 Australia, we provide expert-led courses for PTE, IELTS, and article, along with AI-based mock tests on Mockmaster to help you track progress and perform your best on exam day. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop your question in the comments. See you in the next video.